I'm believing for my miracle, but why isn't my miracle happening is basically the question.
Okay, well, there are lots of things that can be hindering you seeing something, a healing in the flesh. We're walking around carrying the healing power of God in our spirit. And I understand that you're not just a person that has flesh, right? You're three parts, your spirit, soul, and body.
Amen.
So the spirit part of you is the part of you that became alive when you received Jesus, right? So you're spiritually alive. When you received Jesus, the spirit part of you became alive. Now you're containing the healer, right? So as you're walking around, you are carrying healing around in your body. Now what we're talking about here is how do we get healing from what's in our spirit into our flesh?
Right.
And that the passage that takes goes through the third part of us, which is our soul. If you have enrolled in Power Academy, you need to look at the first couple of lessons in module 1, and it will help you to understand that. But we are spirit, soul, and body, and it's our soul, our mind, will, and emotions, which is the variable here. It's how we take the word of God and we process it through our soul, and the result of that happens in our flesh. So that's the process of moving that what's in our spirit, the healing power of God in our spirit, through into our flesh, goes through our soul. Right. And oftentimes it's our soul where things really get hung up on. And you know, in our soul, our mind, will, and emotions, it's full of opinions, right? That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem with our brain. It's full of opinions. It's full of experiences. It's full of natural senses, pride, selfishness, all of those things. And there are lots of opportunity in our soul, in our mind, for us to get hung up on. You know, in Romans 12 verse 1 and 2, it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. In other words, the soul part of us, our mind, will, and emotions, needs to be renewed if we're going to see transformation. And so it's not that there's a lack of power. There's not a lack of healing power. We've got all the power we need for healing on the inside of us. There's not a supply issue. Right. But it's the process of renewing our mind. And oftentimes we struggle to receive something from our spirit into our flesh just because we are living in a natural world and we're more connected to natural things than we are to spiritual things. Yeah. So this is a process. To get rid of that unbelief, everyone deals with unbelief to a certain degree. It's a process of mind renewal.
That's good.
We're talking about God's goodness. Healing is part of the package that we get as born-again believers. It's not an optional extra. That's a huge statement. He was saying, it's finished. It's completed. Everything in here, healing, deliverance, freedom, liberty, it's all paid for. You don't have to do anything else to receive it other than say, thank you.
Register today for The Cure at terradez.com/events.